You want to get ready to go with some pitcher props and some free sides? You're coming to the right place. It's First Pitch on Wager Talk, and we're going to be talking some Cincinnati at Arizona, some Texas at Minnesota, and then we got two player props coming your way from the great Matt Josephs. He, alongside Brian Leonard, are joining yours truly, Dan Alexander, and we're getting right into it here. And Bri, I'm going to start with you because I like you. Love those plus money dogs. So I got to hear what you're thinking as we're taking a look at Cincinnati and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Is this another situation where the dog whisperer is going to be finding something for us, or how are you betting this one?
Yeah, it's the only way I could play this one is I think Arizona's a little bit priced out of its range. According to the advanced stats for both of these starters, they're both due for some negative regression, so we could see a little bit of a higher scoring game here. I did have some thoughts on putting out the over, so if somebody out there is looking for an additional play, that may be the way that I would look at this one. While Kelly's numbers are superior, we like the way Williamson has gotten better as the season has unfolded. He comes in with a high fly ball percentage of 43.0%, which really hurts him in Cincinnati. And while Arizona is a good hitting stadium, it's not nearly as strong in the home runs as it is at Great American Ballpark. So I think he'll be able to stay in this ball game a little bit longer. Arizona ranks 22nd in WRC plus on the season versus lefty. That's 8% below league average. There just isn't enough evidence to support a play on the host at this number. Arizona's been struggling as of late. Cincinnati, a lot of times these stats go right by me and I don't pay much of attention, but I happened to see yesterday that Cincinnati on the road has been really good as of late. Makes a lot of sense because I have been playing Cincinnati on the road. I've been fading them at home, playing them on the road, and they're very confident on the road right now. And I think their players match up really well with Arizona here. Slight pitching edge for Arizona, but not enough to make up for this number. Give me the Cincinnati Reds as a nice underdog price in this one.
Love the breakdown there. And yes, check out Brian Leonard over at WagerTalk.com. The runs speak for themselves when you're talking about adding money to the bankroll by backing dogs in good spots. And that's what he's seeing with the Reds here today. Matt Josephs, a rare appearance here on First Pitch. I'm absolutely loving it. A little day game action, and we get mid-major Matt. He's also joining me on Gold Sheet TV. We're talking a little college football. Stay right here on the channel, like and subscribe and see that. But, man, Toronto yesterday, no shot. 7-0, I believe that final ends up being. But good news for them as they're looking to bounce back. They get to have Berrios on the mound because Berrios has just absolutely dominated the O's in his career. Does the domination continue today? How are you looking to bet Berrios?
Yeah, Jose Berrios is an interesting guy. For the longest part of the season, it felt like he was really good at home, and he wasn't very good on the road. Well, that thing has kind of changed a little bit, especially when it comes to his strikeouts here. And, you take a look at Jose Berrios, and the number is 4.5 on his K-prop. It's a little juicy on the over. I do think it might come down a little bit as the day goes along. He's gone over 4.5 in 8 of his last 12 starts. He had 5 Ks in Baltimore back in June, on June 14th, and he's gone over this in 8 of his last 10 road starts. Baltimore, for as good as they are, they also strike out a ton. 13 of the last 18 right-handed starting pitchers have gone over this against the Orioles. Now, the one reason why this is not the official play on the show is weather could be a little bit of a factor. Right now, they're looking at like 60 to 70% chance of rain, and I certainly, as a guy with an over, don't want to play anything when it comes to the rain factor here. So this is one of those situations where I do like the play, but I kind of want to wait and see what the weather looks like a little closer. If it looks like we're going to get a mid-inning delay here and you don't think he's going to get 5 strikeouts pretty quickly, then this is a play you pass up on. If you want to take a chance, go for it. I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but I think the weather could be a factor here, and that was the one thing that made it a little bit closer to a official play as opposed to a put this on your radar play for this evening.
Absolutely. Great breakdown there. And a little warning to keep checking that weather indeed. Check out Matt Josephs over at sportsmemo.com. As college football is right around the corner, not only do you want to make sure you're subscribed here, you're going to want to make sure you're riding with Matt Josephs throughout college football season. So go and check out his all access there. Guys, I'm loving this. Just 2 guests back and forth. Best bets already. Nobody gets you actionable info quicker than right here on First Pitch at WagerTalk TV. So, Brian, let's swing it back on up to you. It's Texas continuing their 9-game road trip. They're taking on the Twins this evening. Even with all these day games, you're looking at 2 night games for us, Brian. So people got some time to get these plays in. What's your best bet for today?
Yeah, I do try to make it as easy as possible for people who watch it on the replay. And yeah, you mentioned college football. 2 days away, college football on this Saturday. So yeah, everybody's all excited about football, but there's still plenty of money to make during baseball season, and hopefully Matt and I can get you some nice winners here. Yeah, the Texas-Minnesota game. I had Minnesota yesterday in a smaller play. Extra innings, lost. Should not have lost that game, but hey, that's the way it gets when it gets into extra innings. It's a coin flip. But the Twins have struggled all year versus Southpaws. They ranked 26th with a WRC plus of 90. That's 10% worse than league average for a Major League Baseball squad. Andrew Heaney has the better stuff number, 103 compared to stuff plus number, 103 compared to 101 for Lopez. And I've always liked Heaney, but he gives up a lot of home runs. He's allowed 1.81 home runs per 9 this year, which isn't good. But this ballpark should help him in that category today. Minnesota's a little bit better ballpark for home runs than it was in the past. But still, this is a situation for myself where I think I like him against this Minnesota offense right now. Pablo Lopez just having a terrific year. 1.10 whip, 3.51 ERA. His advanced numbers back that up. He's just having a terrific season. But in our opinion, the Rangers are the better squad here. They play in a tougher division. It's tough to back an American League Central team as a favorite when they play outside their division. Minnesota has looked very good against divisional opponents, but the only time I really like to play them when they're out of the division is as an underdog. Not getting that today. I'm getting Texas as an underdog with a pitcher I like in Heaney. If you can stay away from that long ball, I think Texas wins this game, but it's going to be interesting how this one plays out. It's a smaller card today, as always, on a Wednesday and Thursday, but I think we got a little value here on Texas.
And even though they're minus 105, the other side's minus 115. So the technicality, we're still getting a dog. Might not be plus money, but hey, who knows? Depending on when you get to this video, maybe there's some movement and you do get a little plus money there. But I like the look towards the Rangers in that one. All right, Matt, you're going to get the last word. And I should have prepped up a little bit better. I don't have the Hallelujah chorus in my board over here, but I at least have a dream sequence, because at least that's what the Yankees fans got to feel yesterday when Aaron Judge ends up hitting 3 homers. So they don't have the historic losing streak, just their worst losing streak since the 80s. But it's passed up now. And who gets to benefit from it? It's Patrick Corbin, who now gets to see potentially hot Yankees bats. You have some thoughts on his K props. Where are we going?
Yeah, Patrick Corbin has been a little bit of a surprise. He's pitching better as of late, and he's not been as much of a disaster as he was in the early part of the season. And, you know, the unfortunate thing is he's going 5 or 6 innings to start now. Now, the thing is he's going up against a Yankees team. The Yankees are actually averaging less than 4 strikeouts per game against left-handed starting pitching so far this season. Patrick Corbin has gone under 4.5 strikeouts in 11 of his last 18 starts. So that's pretty big. And 8 of the last 11 Southpaws who have started games have gone under this against the Yankees. Of course, you always want to check the lineups, make sure there's not too many regulars sitting for this one, because the Yankees do have some guys who strike out a lot coming off the bench. But we're getting a solid number here, under 4.5. I just like this thing. I'm mad I didn't take the under on Mackenzie Gore yesterday. He went under his 5.5 number. We're going to try and take advantage of it here. It's an afternoon game in New York, so it could be good weather-wise. Under 4.5 strikeouts for Patrick Corbin against a Yankee team that strikes out an average of less than 4 times against a left-handed starting pitcher so far this season.
Great breakdown there. Corbin going under the 4.5. So if you like overs on K-props, we got you covered. Unders, we got you covered. And if you like dogs, we definitely got you covered when Bryan Leonard is on the show. We appreciate you tuning in. That's going to do it. So big thanks to those gentlemen alongside me. If you enjoyed the show, all we ask you to do, like and subscribe and check these guys out at WagerTalk.com. Also, with all these K-props, I'm wondering, hop below in the comments and let us know, what props are you eyeing today? You got some home run hitters you just might like? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll circle back to them when we're back live again on Friday